Hello dear students. Today we are going to take a detail for class 9, chapter number 13. That is, why do we fall in? This will be your part first and two more part will be there to cover all chapter. Okay, so here in this presentation we are going to discuss about how human health got failure, how different and the differences between disease and health-free condition, and a throughout synopsis. So here is a synopsis which we are going to take a read. So without delaying, shall we start the class? So the first slides will show you about human health and its failure. As health can be defined as WHO has already given the details and the definition for it. So disease is just a condition of disturbance or deranged function. That deranged function may be caused due to the infection, defective diets, heredity, environment, or deprived condition of brain. Or in another words, you can say unfavorable or uncomfortable with physical, mental, and environmental condition. Throughout, we can say health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-beingness. This we can give in short a definition to a health. Now, on to the second hand, if we talk about the failure of health, so there are lots of aspects which defines the health. Physical, mental, and social well-beingness cover broad ways and broad things into it. For physicalness, as we know, to get physical fit, we need a nutrient, we need a proper exercise, we need a proper diet. So there are lots of reasons to maintain a person just physically fit. But physically fit is not a complete or the one solution for being healthy. It is just a part. Simultaneously, mentally, socially, also the person need to be healthy. So this all things which affect this disease situation can disturb the health. So in short, we can say the condition necessary to maintain the good health are the good physical and social environments. It includes the nutrition, what we eat, where we live, the habitat of a person. So yes, this affect the health. If all the things are good, the person is comfortable with all the situation, then we can denote it as a health. Second reason, good economical condition. Yes, it plays a very vital role. Social equality and harmony. So all these three things or many things together can define the health and they are required to maintain the good health. Apart from them, if we talk about the difference between the health and the disease-free person, as in health, we have already stated that a physical, mental, and social well-beingness defines the health. On the other hand, if the person is not healthy, it means he is ill. So, anyhow, if a person is not healthy, he will be defined as ill. Although we can refer it as a disease free also, but illness is not always equals to disease free. The condition disease free is only given in a if a biological reason, it means the pathogen is absent from the body, then we will take further details for that also. But yes, disease free and ill, they are not equal, remember here. Okay, although we can refer it that disease free persons are ill. So here we have some situations. So these things are a difference between a healthy person and an ill person, or you can say a diseased person. Okay, and now the very important thing, if I say yes, somebody is diseased, so what should I see in them? What does a disease look like? So here is a basic, a simple answer from my side, that if any person is being affected by any of the disease, or we can say if the functions which are inside the body are abnormal, either the normal functions or appearance of any one or more systems in the body are work for the worst. In short, in a very simple manner, we can say if a person is not normal physically, mentally, if the person have some difficulty to work, the organ systems which are present inside the body, if they are not working normally, they are producing some sign and symptoms, changes in the body. So by visualizing these changes, we can define what disease is. Okay, so this changes give rise to a sign that are called symptoms. So whenever we have some symptoms on the body, we refer it they are due to some diseases. Okay, and yes, due to the abnormal symptoms in the body can be related if either the disease is caused by any of the reason. And on the basis of the symptoms only, the physician look for the sign and prescribe a disease or mechanisms to cure it. Okay, so this is how a disease will look like. It will generate the symptoms in the body. Next, now we will talk about the diseases. What type of disease we have? Although there are many reasons to cause a disease, but here we will just discuss few of the types of diseases. Okay, so first thing is congenital diseases. As the term says, the disease which we get by birth itself means before birth the disease are present inside our body. In such type of diseases, the reason is hereditary. So yes, we can define it. The disease contracted before birth due to the defective heredity. The genetic material is responsible for that. Our chromosome abnormalities will be there or some gene mutations are there. In short, some of the examples are given just like hemophilia, color blindness, sickle cell anemia. So this type of diseases we got before birth. Also you can see it that we get it from our parents sometimes. Not always, but yes, the diseases which are present in our body before birth itself. They are called congenital diseases. The second disease which we see that are acquired. Now as the term says, acquired means they are after the birth. We learn from the environment or we gain it after getting the birth. Such diseases which we gain after the birth are called acquired. This may be communicable or non-communicable, or in other words, infectious and non-infectious. So acquired disease can be divided into two groups. Either you term it communicable and non-communicable, or you can term it infectious and non-infectious. Okay? In both the cases, the disease will be contractile after the birth due to infection, ineffective diet, hypersensitivity, injury, addiction, degeneration, cancer, depression, or etc. So acquired disease may have lots of reasons. Okay. Now the third one is infectious or you can say communicable diseases. It include under the acquired diseases itself. But yes, the diseases which are caused by pathogens. Now here you need to note down or know the term pathogen. Okay, already some of from you are already familiar from the term. Pathogen means a group of all the harmful microorganisms together. All those who has ability to cause a disease or infection. So all those are harmful microorganisms. So in this term, we can group all those who are harmful to us, only the microorganisms. Okay, so they are termed here pathogen. So infectious diseases are always caused by the pathogens. They used to transfer from one individual to another. And some of the examples just like viral disease, bacterial disease, protozoal, fungal, helminthes and other organisms which are either transmitted sexually or with some of the agents. So these are called infectious disease. The reason for infectious disease is pathogen. Now the next disease is deficiency disease. Now here, deficiency disease is related with our nutrition. As you know, nutrition plays very important role. If one need energy or any requirement for the body, so we are dependent directly and indirectly on plants. We are unable to synthesize the food, so yes, we take the food materials or nutrition from other sources that help us to grow, develop, and to have energy in the body. So, just for growth, energy, and development, we require nutrition. And if the nutrition is not in a good manner, definitely it will affect our health. Such type of deficiency syndromes or diseases can be given if we are not taking proper nutrition. So, this type of disease are caused by the absence or deficiency of any essential element which is required in the body but absent. So, in that case, the deficiency diseases can be caused, such as anemia, goiter, beriberi. Okay, so beriberi is a disease which is due to the deficiency of vitamins. On the next hand, the fifth category of diseases are degenerative. Now, these are due to the growing age. Everyone knows after the birth, gradually we increase our ages. So yes, the age will increase, and as we grown from younger to older, definitely the body will not remain same for all the time. As the age gets get increased, the organ and organ system inside the body get loses their function. Sometimes the malfunction also. Such type of conditions in which, due to the increase in age, the functions of organs get malfunctions or decrease their efficiency. Such type of diseases are categorized in this type of category, that is degenerative diseases. So in degenerative diseases caused by aging, resulting in malfunctioning or decreased efficiency of any of the organ and organ system, just like hypertension, arteriosclerosis. So there are many examples with this respect. Here we have talked some common types of diseases. Okay, now we will see how the diseases are being transmitted from one person to another. As per the transmission of disease, we can see here the transmission of disease either be directly or indirectly. Now we will make it understood what we mean by direct and indirect. Just to go in more details, transmission of infectious diseases may be of direct type. Direct means direct contact with infectious person who is already having a disease. And if a normal person get contact with it, definitely he can also be suffer from the disease. The diseases are called contagious or you can say infectious. Okay, just like the ringworm, syphilis, these are the fungal diseases. Next, it can be transmitted through the droplet infection, just like the COVID or coronavirus gets spread. So, as you know, the transmission of coronavirus from infectious to healthy person is through the sneezing, splitting, talking, coughing. So, yes, all the influenza and common cold, diphtheria, or viral diseases are caused through the transmission of droplets. Droplets which are coming from the mouth or from the nasal chamber. The splitting, sneezing. So these small water molecules or droplets get released out from the mouth or body of an infected person, and that all droplet can be a matter of infection to a normal person. Another, some of the infectious diseases directly transmitted from the soil also. They are called as soil-borne pathogens. Just they get entered into the body through the soil. Just like if you have any injury and the soil get attached to that particular injury, and in that soil some disease causing pathogens are present. So yes, you will be caused by that disease. And also in some animal bites, just like dog and cat, they also contain a virus inside their saliva. So they may be act as a direct method of transmission of disease in any other organisms. So these are the way how infectious diseases can be transferred. This is the portion called direct transmission. Now, on to the other hand, if we talk about indirect transmission, definitely in indirect transmission there will be an intermediate agent. Just like uh, we have talked about in classes also, malaria. Malaria is not caused by mosquito. A parasite which is living inside mosquito, that is the main cause. So plasmodium is a main reason for malaria. Mosquito is just a carrier. So mosquito act here as an intermediate agent. He used to carry the disease, but he is not the actual cause. Okay? So such type of all the diseases which are being transmitted by any of the biological reason that are called vectors. Vector means who is a agent to transfer the disease. Vector are living agent. It may include mosquito, flies, just like sand flies, all the organisms. Okay, mosquitoes are commonly known for the vector of malaria, encephalitis, filariae, yellow fever, dengue, and houseflies is a vector known for cholera, dysentery, typhoid, diarrhea, and conjunctivitis. So mosquitoes and flies, they are different type of vectors, but yes, they used to carry different type of pathogen inside their body. On to the other hand, some of the vehicles are also there. Now here, remember the difference between vector and vehicle. Okay, vector-borne disease are due to biological agent. They may be living organisms, insects. Whereas the vehicle means those who are born from articles, food materials, water, air, sand. So this type of articles which we are using, and by that this diseases are spreading, so that articles are called vehicles. Okay? So vehicle borne means an article of food, water, ice carries the pathogen of transmission, just like cholera, typhoid and dysenteries. These are the diseases caused by articles, not by vehicles. Okay, some of the airborne diseases are also there. They are caused or spread due to the dust or the air current. So in this way, we can talk many of the points regarding indirect transmission. I hope you got better understood how the disease or infection can be spread from one person to another. Either it is directly or indirectly. Okay, now on to the next time, the cause of disease. What are the agents? In previous slides, we have just talked about the same. As we have seen, there are lots of reasons for the disease. First reason is a pathogen. They are the biological materials or agents. All the microorganism, bacteria, virus, all will be in this category. The second reason for the disease may be the nutrient agent. Just we have talked about the deficiency syndromes. So yes, the nutrition may be a reason for the disease. Chemical agents are there, physical agents are there, mechanical, genetical, degenerative, and social reasons are also there. So there are many reasons from which a person may get caught in a disease. Okay, so now we will go into the more details about if a disease can be caused inside the body. It should be or it may have some specific site to show. They are organ specific and tissue specific. As we know that if I talk about a corona disease, a coronavirus, where it used to act, the corona or COVID virus basically infect our lungs. So yes, the site of action or the organ specific is lungs are the specific organs where the coronavirus infect or cause the disease. So yes, in case of all the pathogens, we have organ specific and a tissue specific manifestation. Manifestation means where they used to live and increase their productivities. So disease causing microorganism enter inside the body by means of goes. Different organs or different tissues it will be goes. The microbes were entry through the nose. They would like to cause mainly the lungs. If some microorganism is going from the nose or from the nasal part, so definitely the air directly goes into the lungs. And the bacteria or virus, those who are going with this path, they may infect the same track. So there are bacteria who causes tuberculosis in the lungs. Some microorganisms which used to go inside our gut, if they are going inside the mouth and in stomach or on that way, so yes, they may infect the organ systems with that path. Some common, just like a typhoid is caused by the bacteria, it affect the gut, and bacteria which causes jaundice, it affect the liver. Okay, so in this way, lots of microorganisms have a specific site to act. That specific site is called either organ specific or that particular tissue will be infected there. So tissue specific. Okay, so virus that causes AIDS, it entered through the sexually transmission or through the transfusion. It used to infect our lymphoid cells. I hope lymphoid cells you have remembered, the WBCs and the immune cells of a body. So this HIV virus, AIDS virus is HIV, human immunovirus. It will infect our immune cells. In the same way, virus that is a Japanese encephalitis, it used to affect brain. It is spread through the bite of mosquitoes and directly infect the brain as a main organ specific mode. So yes, there are lots of diseases which are specific to their pathogen. The microorganism which will infect either some specific cell in the body, tissue in the body, or directly an organ in the body. So they are being called as organ specific and tissue specific microorganisms. Okay, and on to the next hand, just if we have a disease inside the body, what we need to do? Definitely, we have some prevention against them. Firstly, we will have the prevention. And if we prevented ourselves from the disease or infection, we will not have any disease or infection then. We will be healthy. Or else, if they get infected us, then definitely we will have some treatments as well. So first we will talk about prevention. What are the principal prevention if anybody has a disease or infected against disease? So basically there are two ways to have prevention. General and first we'll talk about general, then we will go for the advanced or specific. General way of prevention, it is public hygiene. Public hygienic means nowadays what we are doing, we are washing our hands, sanitizing our hands, keeping proper distance with individuals. So yes, if a person is infected, just maintain a difference from the person and also uses the sanitization mechanisms. All the disinfectant, sanitizers or any of the chemical which is used to get protected against any contamination. So we need to have a hygiene condition to maintain the hygienic condition throughout. So this is the first way through which we can control ourselves by getting infected. Second, airborne diseases can be prevented by using this. Just like avoid to go in crowded places, safe use the safe drinking water. Vector-borne diseases can be minimized if we avoid dirtiness things around us. So yes, a proper cleaning and maintenance is required. So these are the general ways through which we can get prevented by using sanitization, disinfections and a proper distance from infected person. So these are all general ways. Now specific ways are also being there. If just like in a COVID condition, we are taking a vaccine. Government is giving a vaccination to all the individuals. Why? They are specific doing the treatment. They are preventing person with a specific way of prevention. So, specific way of prevention is a way in which prevent infection disease in an immunization by taking vaccines. Vaccines are what? They are the antidotes or antiviral materials which we are using against the viral disease. And remember, vaccines are always against virus only. If anyone is infected with a viral disease, he need to take a vaccine only. There is only treatment vaccination. And vaccines are being prepared by the same virus. The same amount of virus will be used, some amount of virus will be used for the treatment of the same disease. Just like tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio, these were all viral diseases. And now our body has immunized or immune power to fight against these bacteria or microorganisms. And by using the vaccination program, we used to increase our immunity, which will fight against those viruses, and we will be protected against that infectious disease. So these are the specific way of preventing ourselves. Next, there are some treatment or principal treatments also. The way which we use to make a treatment. If a disease causing microorganism is present in our body, either we will kill it or either we will remove it from the body. There are two treatments. Either to reduce the efficiency of the disease causing organism or either to kill that particular microorganism. So treatment of infection diseases consists of two steps. They are to reduce the effect of the disease, or it can be controlled by using the symptoms. Or the second thing, to kill the microbes which is causing the disease. So these are the main two things which which a physician or doctors used to do. Now how they are reducing the disease? So there are many ways. Reduction can be happen by this can be done by taking medicines to bring down some of the symptoms down. If you have a high fever, the doctor will suggest you to take a crocin or just like medicines which minimizes your body temperature. So yes, crocin, painkillers and other medicines can be used to take by a person just to reduce the symptoms. And also remember, to reduce the effect of disease is not a permanent treatment for the disease. The permanent treatment would be to kill that particular microorganism which is causing disease. And it can be possible only by taking antibiotics or a drug. A chemist, chemical materials can be used to treat them. So proper medicinal treatment is required. So this is how where we uses the principle of treatment. Hope the things have been understood from the chapter. The remaining part we will cover in our next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.